Now, after converting the decimal number, when I'm pressing any numbers in the keyboard, PC keyboard, or in your laptop keyboard, or in your mobile phone keyboard, this decimal number alone should not transmit it. The ASCII equivalent of this decimal number need to be transmitted. So ASCII equivalent of decimal number means 30 need to be added. Hexadecimal 30 need to be added to the given number. For the characters, right? For the characters 0 to 9, the values are 30 to 39. So when we want to display 0, we have to transmit 30 from the PC keyboard. So when I press 0 in the PC keyboard, 30 will get transmitted from the keyboard to the CPU to display 0. This is ASCII format, right? So 0 means 30, 1 means 31, 2 means 32, 5 means 35, 9 means 39. So this is the decimal number 0 to 9. Already we have converted that given hexadecimal number to decimal number as ones, tens, and hundreds. To this ones, tens, and hundreds, we have to add hexadecimal 30. We need to add hexadecimal 30 to ones. We have to add hexadecimal 30 to tens. We have to add hexadecimal 30 to hundreds. And then if we store it in some memory location, whenever necessary, we can send it to the PC. Then PC will display 0 if it receives 30. That means when you press 0, 30 will get transmitted. The screen will display 0. When you press 9, 39 will get transmitted from the PC keyboard, but screen will display only 9. So because the ASCII equivalent of the decimal number 0 is 30, ASCII equivalent of the decimal number 9 is 39. So now we have converted hexadecimal to decimal. First code conversion is over. Now we are about to do the second code conversion by adding 30. That means BCD to ASCII code conversion. So this is BCD. This is BCD. Adding 30 will convert BCD to BCD once. By adding 30, it has become ASCII once. And content of 31st memory location is BCD tens. Adding 30, we are converting to ASCII and then storing it to the 41st memory location. And then 32nd memory location contains BCD of hundreds. So by adding 30 to the hundreds, we'll be getting ASCII values of hundreds. Okay, let us experiment this. BCD to ASCII code conversion is happening here. Now the BCD values are available in 30, 31, 32 because the input values are FF, which is 255. The decimal equivalent of FF is 255, where the ones, tens, hundreds are stored in the consecutive memory location 30, 31, and 32. Now I am bringing the content of 30 memory location to accumulator. So content of the 30 memory location is what? 5. That will come to the accumulator, you see. It is coming to the accumulator. Now we are adding the content of the accumulator with immediate constant 30. That is hexadecimal 30. So already the content of accumulator is 5. When we add hexadecimal 30, it will become 35. Yes, accumulator content has become 35. So now the accumulator contains the ASCII equivalent of ones, which has to be moved to the memory location 40. That is move 40 H, A. So now the 40 memory location is 0. So this 35, the content of the accumulator, which is 35. After a single step execution, the 40 memory location will get 35, which is ones of ASCII ones. So there are 5 ones. So 35, adding 30 means 35. So when we send 35 from the PC from the keyboard to the CPU, screen will display 5. Now getting the second value from 31, 31st memory location is also 5. So doing the single step, so 31st memory location has come, and again adding 30. So again it will become 35. Moving that to 41 memory location. So 41st memory location also will get 35. Let me do F11. So 41 memory location also 35. Then bringing the 32nd memory location to the accumulator. 32nd memory location contains 2. So 2 will come to the accumulator by doing the single step. 2 has come to the accumulator. Now we are adding 30 to the accumulator content. So 30 plus 2, 32. So this 32 has to be moved to the memory location 42, which is the ASCII equivalent of hundreds. So 32, look at the 30, 31, 32, and 40, 41, 42. I am giving 7F, 127. So 31, 32, 37. 63. So the 0 means when we press 0 in the keyboard, right, it will send 30. You see, 42nd memory location you have 30, 41 memory location you have 36, which is tens, and 3 means ones. So 30, 36, and 33. Now 31. So 30, 33, and 31. Then 15, 30, 31, 35. Then 7, 30, 37. Then 3, 30, 33. Then 1, 30, 30, 31. Then 0. Now you see, ones, tens, hundreds all are 0. 0 ones, 0 tens, and 0 hundreds are the inputs. But if you see, to display all the 3 zeros, 40 memory location contains 0, 41 memory location contains 0, 42 memory. So ones of 0 in ASCII, tens of 0 in ASCII, hundreds of 0 in ASCII. So all the 3 are 0. It's the hexadecimal equivalent of the ASCII 0 is 30, 30, 30. So 30. So when I give 80, it is 128, right? So 31, 32, and 38. So it is 128. When I give C0, it is 192. So 31, 39, 32. So 92. So now it is F0 means 240. So 32, 34, and 30. When it is F8 means it is 248. So 32, 34, and 38. So 252, 32, 35, and 32. And 254 and 255. So fantastic. So binary to BCD code conversion is over, and BCD to ASCII code conversion is over. That is how we have to do code conversion in assembly language with the help of data transfer instructions and arithmetic instructions. In 8051, conversion is possible only from 0 to 255. No. That is possible, but because we are getting the value from port 1, no. Port 1 is an 8-bit register, where the maximum value which we can give it through port 1 is 8 ones, which is hexadecimal FF. So for that I am converting that into ones, tens, and hundreds. Okay. So to answer very valid question, right? If I am not getting from port 1, if already maybe in our 50th memory location, if you have ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands means, say for example, if it is FFFF, the two 8-bit locations we have FFFF, LSB first and MSB first means that FF has to be converted, and we have to do the necessary division, and then we have to convert ones, tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000. So when it is FFFF means it is 63,535. So ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and 10,000. We have to do the 5 times division, and then we have to do that. Hope I answered your question, Nitish. And through Nitish, the remaining 60 of us have understood, right? There is a possibility for us to convert not only ones, tens, hundreds, you can extend up to thousands, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh, etc. But here we are getting the value from port 1, hence the maximum value is 255. That is why it is done like that. Okay. Got it, Nitish? Very nice. So I had a doubt when I was doing yesterday's assignment, sir. When I try to do an indirect addressing with registers other than R0 and R1, it throws error. Sir, why is this, sir? Valid question, very good question, right? So only indirect addressing is possible for R0 and R1. There are instructions, there are 2-byte instructions, you see, move at R0, data address, and similarly move at R1, data address. There is nothing like move at R2, data address, move at R3, data address. So indirect addressing is applicable only to R0 and R1. From this example, it is being justified. Okay, like this you can very well verify your instruction with the data sheet. There is instructions at data sheet. Why do we use port here, sir? Now to answer Archana's question, is it only because we want to give the input number in binary? Yes, just we have to give the input number in binary, we use ports. It's not necessary to use ports, right? Instead of using port, okay, to satisfy Archana's requirement, we'll modify this code, right? To satisfy the Archana's requirement. Bringing in port is just for you to understand. Instead of port, instead of moving it to port, move a comma hash 35h. Move a comma 35, not 35h. Move the content from 35 and do all the things. Compile, rebuild all. debug start stop. Now no need for port 1, right? Content of the memory location 35. Now what is the content of the memory location 35? Valid question from Archana. What is the content of the memory location 35? Now you see content of the memory location 35 is 0. So 1s will 0, 10s 0, 100 0. Then what about 41, 40, 41, but 30, 30, 30? Because it will be converting into ASCII. So 30, 30, 30 will be in 40, 41, 42. And 0, 0, 0 will be in 30, 31, 32. And 35 is 0. Okay, see, let me run this code. Code is running. Now the code is running. Can you able to see 30, 30, 30, 40, 41, 42? Because all are 0. So when in 35, if I give FF, I cannot give FF, right? Because it is so fast, right? So fast. Let me stop the execution. And let me reset. And let me go to the memory. And in 35, let me give FF. FF. So let me run. Now you can see 255. Let us see 32, 35, 35. Okay. Now let me stop this. When I give 7F in 35th memory location. Why? Because I have changed the code to move A, 35H instead of port 1. Now I am running this and I am stopping this. This is 7F. 7F is 127. Here it is 31, 32, 37 because adding 30 and storing it in ASCII. So now the content of the memory location 35 is in hexadecimal. So this is in hexadecimal. This is in hexadecimal. That is converted to decimal and stored in 30, 31, 32. That is converted to ASCII and stored in 40, 41, 42 as 1s, 10s, 100s. Got it. So fantastic, right? So valid question from Archana. Or let us take the input from the 35th memory location and send out through this port 0, port 1, port 2. So instead of 30, 31, 32, we can move this to port 0 and move this to port 1 and move this to port 2 also. So 1s in port 0, 10s in port 1, 100s in port 2. The content of the 35th memory location contains hexadecimal number. That number is converted to 1s, 10s, 100s. And then 1s, 10s, 100s are displayed in the ports. That is also possible. Let me do this. Sorry. Only by interaction and by looking at the chat box, a lot of things can be done. That's why I'm requesting you to do something in the chat box, right? So by understanding that, you have to do something. Now I'm interested is to see 3 ports, right? Port 0, which displays 1s. Port 1, peripherals IO port. Port 1, which displays 1s. Then peripherals IO port. Port 2, which displays 10s. So there are 3 ports, port 0, port 1, and port 2, which displays 1s, 10s, 100s of the memory locations 30, 31, and 35th memory location content. Here the 35th memory location contains 0, 0. Okay, let me run this code. Debug start stop. Compile build. 0 error, 0 warning. Debug start stop. Let me run this code. Now all are 0. 35th memory location contains 0. Hence 1s is 0, 10s is 0, 100s is 0. 10s 0, 100s 0. 3 ports, right? When I stop it, and when I give FF, right? When I give FF in 35th memory location, and when I run this code, I can able to see 255. 5 in port 0, 2 in another 5 in port 1, another 2 in port 2. So 255. So port 2 contains 2, port 1 contains 5, port 0 contains 5. So if we connect one 7-segment display in port 2, port 2 has to display 2, another 7-segment display in port 1, port 1 has to display 5, another 7-segment display in port 0, port 0 has to display 5. So 3 7-segment displays will display 255, something like that you have to understand. But for connecting 7-segment display, some more the code conversions need to be done. But for you to understand, I'm just giving. So when I put 80, 81, let me say 81. When I run this and stop it, 81 means 129. You can see 1 in port 2, 2 in port 1, and 9 in port 0. So ones, tens, hundreds. Ones in port 0, tens in port 1, hundreds in port 1. It's not only getting the input from port and storing it in the memory. Whatever way we want, we can do it. Okay. Hope you understood.